hola, hola, hola. It says there's nobody in here. Oh my gosh, you guys abandoned me. Anybody here? Hi. Hola, hola, hola. All right. I hope you guys can hear me. I got this new setup. I like it a lot. How have everybody been? Just giving you, Tom. It looks like some numbers are popping up. And because the numbers are popping, I'm going to give everybody a chance to get in. Come on in. Guess where I just got back from? Guess where I'm fresh from? As you can see, my bed is a mess. I didn't make it up. I didn't make it up because it's going to get back in it. I can hear you just, there we go, Tammy. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I want to be able to read your comments. So I'm going to, I split my lip. I was talking mess. I was laughing. I was getting caught up on Big Brother and went, zoop, and it split. It hurt. It hurts. All right. I'm getting in. I just want to be able to see. Did y'all see that thumbnail? That's me. Oh, wow. My room looks a mess. It looked worse than on this. That's funny. Okay. So I very rarely go on my laptop. There's stuff in here. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let me get some room. Getting some room. 1 second for my legs. All right. All right. Hello, all. Hello. I'm fresh back from the retreat. I had a ball. A ball. When I say a ball, I really do enjoy myself. This is my 7th retreat, and it's just getting better and better. Aside from this right here. Oop, oop. Hold on 1 second. I don't want to be bleeding on camera, y'all. I don't want to be bleeding on camera. Let me catch it. Where my lip? Where Alice chapstick? Hold on 1 second. I'm looking for some chapstick to apply. So I don't know. I usually keep. All right. So here we go. Go, go, go. I'm gonna jump real quick and say hello. I'm starting with Mutt Nut. Mutt Nut. Look at you. You're the winner. You're the winner of the most consistent subscriber. That's my sister Rebecca. Hola, hola. Hi, Sherry. So, so I ain't seen you in 2 retreats. No, 3. How are you? How you been? Let's see. Moving on down. Hi, Tammy. Tammy, Tammy, Tammy. Let's see. Moving on down. Hi, Kathy. 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 How are you this evening? Gilead. Don't know what that means. All righty. Shawana. Oh, there's my sweets. Sweets is here. Hi. Oh, I was definitely telling Sweets about how this was for me, this was definitely, and I did diamond paint, but as far as like purchasing, cross stitch had my heart. Definitely spent a little too much on cross stitch. I have a ton of projects, but that's what we do. Um, and I'm an enabler. I'm nowhere near as big an enabler as Sweets and Shalene. I have a long way to go. But while Rochelle had the fever, I helped fuel it. She was so interested in everything cross stitch. It just helped out. It was so much fun. My dear, how are you? So we had a ball. We had a ball. I'm gonna kick the we have the retreat in the before the retreat. The retreat before the retreat is such a treat when I tell you. So we go in a day early, fly in, get a hotel, and then we invited anyone who wanted to come hang to come and hang. One of the biggest reasons is because Rochelle struck up upon check in, she struck up a relationship with the front desk lady and got us a meeting room, huge, giant meeting room. I mean, it was huge. It had screens, it had a ton of desks, it had office chairs. Office chair is perfect for your crafting ventures. Yes. So, what more do we need? We just need a crowd. Now the fun will ensue, right? So that's what we did. We put an all points bulletin out in the retreat chat, and people were showing up. We had quite a few who were in the hotel with us. Shout out to Jennifer Harris Reed as well as Sue Bell. Sue Bell! They came down from their respective rooms. They were staying in the same hotel, and while we had to because Jennifer was knocked out. We had to blow her phone up, but she did eventually come and have some fun. We all kitted up projects, projects that we weren't going to touch and do because it was a retreat. But we had a ton of fun. I'm sorry, you guys, if you're new here, my lip is split. I went talking trash to the TV. I was catching up on my big brother, and I don't remember, but I laughed at something that I said, and it split. So I'm trying to stop it from bleeding, but I can't find I usually keep chapsticks and everything up here, but yeah, not today. So I don't know where I put it. Anyway, moving over from there, we did have the retreat. Before the retreat, it was great. We got to hang out with some newbies. Bling it up. Hi, who's bling it up? Is that Rochelle? Is that your new name? I think that's Rochelle. Rochelle has a new name. Bling it up, bling it up. Bling it up, bling it up. That's definitely her name. So we're just talking about the night before the retreat, and how much fun we ended up having. Some of the times when, if we talk about retreats, a lot of us have been to one or two. We've been to, enough to have, yeah, girl, it's me. So because we've been to quite a few, I'm sorry if I'm perspiring. I am back in Vegas. And while it feels wonderful compared to Texas, my kids didn't have the air to where I like it. So I'm still trying to get the house back to where it's supposed to be. Anyway, there's always, that apprehension about going to a retreat, your very first time. You don't know a lot of people, what to expect. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer some questions, any that you may have. So make sure you get ready to post them right down here, here, here. Over there in chat. And that way there's plenty of us in here. We can go ahead. I'm sorry, my lip is hurting. Why didn't I find this chapstick beforehand? 1 second. Don't hate me. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get I know I got some in my purse. I don't know if it's there. I'm sorry. I should have been more prepared. Y'all know I work. I went back today. And so that's what not prepared like I should be. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. Ain't no chapstick in here at all. Oh, I found it. Perseverance. Perseverance. All right, here I go. Don't hate. Oh, this gonna feel so good. All right. Mm, it feel good already. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't hate me. All right, here we go. Back to apprehension around going to the retreats. Now, there's a lot of apprehension around going to the retreats, especially now that they're well underway. They've been established, and you hear about them every probably a quarter. Because there's something, there's the Red Boots, there is the Great Lakes, and then there's the Lone Star Retreat. Those are, kind of pivotal in the community now, and moving into having some mingle in the I don't remember what came after that, but I know there's a Mingo, and there's another Texas retreat that's on the horizon. That one is, I believe, Randy and Shay, Crafting with Shay, are going to be hosting that one. So there's more on the horizon. There's much more opportunities for everyone, especially if you're new. But what we did that first night was we wanted to kind of I guess attach ourselves or associate ourselves, mingle in the mitten. Thank you, Sue. We wanted to associate ourselves with as many newbies as possible so that we can help them enjoy their entrance into the retreat experience. The Crafters Paradise. There we go. I knew it was called something. So one of the reasons why we did that is because we were all remembering our first retreat experience, and you're apprehensive. You don't know what to expect. Is this going to be fun? Did I just spend this kind of money and not had no fun? Oh, but I will tell you, it is so worth it. Get yourself associated, get yourself out there, make sure you know where to find retreat business, retreat info. Just check back right here and make sure you check. I have one of my moderators. She is the host and the presenter of the Lone Star Retreat. She's in here, the crafty heifer. So make sure you reach out. She'll be posting information soon enough about next year's retreat. So make sure that you guys definitely reach out. J Rob, I believe I don't think she's in here, but she is a host. Let's see. Mindy is my sister wife. So if you guys need to get information, she's one of the hosts of Mingle in the Mitten. And yes, that is my sister wife. Yeah. And so if you guys need details on that, just reach out and let me know, and I'll get her information over to you. But right now, we have so much going on as far as retreats. You guys just reach out, and we'll try and help you get that information. Karen was our newbie. Karen was very daring, and she came down and she hung till it's 3 o'clock in the morning. She was not expecting that. Obviously, there are a lot of people who, that make their way to bed about 11, 12 o'clock. The unfortunate part is that's just not my retreat experience. Now, I did go a lot earlier this year than I ever have. But I've been dealing with a lot. You guys know I've been moving, I've been going through it. And so this was just a Zen time for me. What I will say is the Lone Star Retreat has become I guess, an oasis for me. Every pivotal moment that I have had in the last 4 years, it has been, uh-oh, uh-oh, I'm sorry. I, you know what? I'm so bad at this. I, hopefully it don't freeze too much, but I'm so bad at this. Um, oh goodness. One moment. Y'all not gonna guess what I'm doing, and I'm sorry. I'm just horrible at this. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I'm almost there. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. Don't. I hope y'all can see me. Don't hate me. So I forgot that my kids was going to pick up the grocery order, but the phone to check in is what I'm going live on. That's what I get. I'm a- okay. Sorry, it was funny, because they sitting out there, they don't have no way to check in. So okay. Anyway, the retreat experience has been so, especially Lone Star. The first year, obviously, we were entering COVID. It was something new. It was a different time, a different era. None of us had ever experienced this before. But going into the outside, that was okay. Going somewhere where you're going to be enclosed and enraptured with a small group of people, that unknown, that was apprehensive. We had no idea what to expect, no idea what to anticipate. We were, I believe, altogether 16 YouTubers and subscribers who came together to create something. It's hard to describe unless you've gone. It was something so empowering. It was something so fun. It was something so connecting. Like we all connected. And at the end, we all cried when it was time to say goodbye. We had um, we created something that we wanted to recreate and we wanted to continue. And so that has occurred and it's growing. And I'm so thankful. I lost my job just prior to the first retreat. And here I still can't wait to get off, to meet these people who I don't know except through this little tiny right here. And they've become staples in my life. um, so this year, anyone who went to the retreat and who has known me for the last few years, you guys know through and through what I've been through. And I tell you, when I left to go to the retreat, I'm just a different person in having come home. Me too. I cry still every time, also. So I left here broken. I left here sad, forlorn, depressed. Um, I it's hard to describe how I felt, but I knew that I could not wait to get to the retreat, to have a reprieve and to get away from, everything that I felt was going on. And I got there and I got to talk, I got to socialize, I got to craft, I got to shop, I got to shop. and and just hang out with like-minded people. And we use that term so much this retreat because I think there were so many other people who were in the same frame. They were saying the same thing, like-minded, crafters. No crafter left behind. That definitely became the theme for this retreat. No crafter left behind. We all pitched in every way that we could to make sure everybody was having just a great retreat, an awesome retreat. If you needed to take a break, let's get you to take a break. If you need to vent, let's get you to vent. If you need to share some stories, some really good, juicy stories, oh man, there were some there who had some awesome stories. And I'm here to tell you, I soaked it all up and I enjoyed every bit of it. And on my way back, I met up with Brian and Sarah at the airport. All of us on one side were waiting on our planes to take out off. And then on the other side of the airport, all of those planes were being delayed and flights were being rearranged and rescheduled. We really were feeling for them. Not too much because I couldn't wait to get home. But it was, heart wrenching and things like that because you didn't want to be in their shoes and things. Poor Rochelle. Most flyers, they home the same day. Rochelle got home around the same time as the people who were driving 12 hours and stuff. So I really feel for her. She is something else when it comes to traveling. She really loved us because she go through this every time. The last retreat, she was in the airport. She had them all singing, "Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya." She had them singing. She ordered them pizza. Everything was, wonderful. And next thing you know, they were, we are the world. We are the, that's Rochelle. That's what she do to everybody and things. So, but she did have quite the delay. She did not get home until the next day, and she was a flyer. So that was, hard to see. I kept checking in on her, and I'm glad that she made it home. She got to take some time and just kind of relax for the next few days. Good, 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 good. So with that said, I come home. I just felt like a different person. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it. I opened the door and I'm like, oh, I got this. I have this. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. And I was able to just take a woosah moment, sit back, kind of relax, and just start to think about some things, but from a more positive perspective on where I'm going in the future. And one of the things that I haven't been able to do in a long time, because I was so engulfed, so enraptured, was sit back, kind of laugh, chuckle, and craft. Like I was talking to my sister, Tima, yesterday. Girl, I'm playing with clay. I'm playing with clay. And then I had like too much stuff out here yesterday. That's why the bed looked like that. Because I had, first I was playing with clay. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to look at, I was looking at I bought a ton of cross stitch stuff. Obviously, that's what we do. We craft. We move from one craft to the other and things. While I'm diamond painting, I'm thinking about this cross stitch project. Right now, cross stitch is where it's at. I'm telling you. Let me tell you about Rochelle started and finished a cross stitch project this retreat. She got to ring the cowbell. You know how awesome that is? That's amazing. That's amazing, especially when it's going to be your first time. You're just getting this project. You don't know if she's hooked. She bought some fabric, guys. We went to look at hand dyed fabric. She got some opal. You guys know she's blinging it up. She's taking on the title Bling Queen. That's going to be her going forward because she already has bling ideas for cross stitch. Woo! Give it to her, guys. Make sure, uh, make sure that you guys give it to her because she had a ball. Like I'm like, okay, well, let's do a little bit of diamond painting. I can't. I ain't gonna do this until I finish. Why I gotta finish? I want to ring the bell. She got to ring the bell. Kudos to Brian because Brian walked her over, made sure it was a big moment and that we all turned around and celebrated. That's awesome when you can go to a retreat and complete a project. Because, Tia, she'd be running her mouth and I'd be flitting all over the place. It's a little fairy butterfly. Yeah. And I have yet to have a retreat complete. But I had fun. And so that's what I feel really matters. So we're going to get on to it. The retreat venue. A lot of people asked about the retreat venue. So we were in, what is the name of it? New Braunfels, Texas. We were at a tennis ranch and it was a bit rustic. It was more rustic than I looked this stuff up online. I knew it was rustic, but it was a little bit more rustic. But I think that was just like the first overall impression. Like, obviously, I don't think it's fair to compare locations. And so I was definitely trying not to do that. The last location, everything was right there. One moment. That's my fault, guys. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, we were in New Braunfels, Texas. We're in Texas, And first and foremost, the heat. I don't know what I was thinking. It's my second time being in Texas, and I flat iron my hair. I don't. I didn't have no choice this time. Last time I thought it was gonna be cute until it turned into an afro. Woo! And it did the same thing this time. Y'all ever seen Wolfman Jack? Okay, but in a woman. That was me. I don't know what I was thinking. But I had to work the week prior on site at my job. And so obviously, I was trying to be corporate, had my hair up in a bun with little tendrils and things like that. So I left it flat iron for the retreat. Figured I'd still be able to be a little cute. Texas don't want no cute women or no cute Tia. I'll say that because yes, you did, Marissa. Woo, Lord. Um, I'm just gonna be honest. Humidity. And even right now, when you see, you could still see a little remnant. So every day, the humidity would hit my hair, and it would shrink and poof and poof, and then I had to twist it into a bun to kind of flatten it back out. And then when I took it down the next day, it went back up into like a fro. It was bad. It was funny. So if y'all see some pictures of me out there, just know that my hair was playing with the humidity. And we don't have humidity here. Hold on once. I do apologize, guys. All right, sorry about that. So I don't. All right, sorry about that. That's my kids. And apparently the groceries, they still waiting on them. I sent the check in though. I did send it. I completely forgot I ordered them this morning, and, and it was just bad timing. Anyway, so my hair shrunk up. I was trying to do. I was hoping, but it just wasn't working, unfortunately. And so because of that, you guys will see crazy pictures of me. I embraced everything. I really do. I noticed that in some pictures, my angles was, they was good, and you could tell that I lost a little weight. Overall, I think altogether since last year, my last time checking, the most that I had lost was 49 pounds. Before the retreat, maybe about 2, 3 weeks ago, when I had weighed myself, I was down 43. So I gained back 6 pounds. Um, yeah, I probably gained a few more back at the retreat. Food, wonderful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think I'm just gonna say this, but I think we got a winner. Ding, 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 ding. Now, the meals were really delicious. They were well chosen. Obviously, the retreat venue, they do this often. You can definitely tell they had a structure, and it was so good. Someone said, "You're always, uh, you're always cute." Thank you. So, the food was delicious. I loved every meal. There wasn't a meal where I was like, "Meh." There are some times, when you go to a retreat, and that's to be expected. That is totally to be expected. But let me tell you what they did. Woo! They fed your inner fatty. Not only did you have meals, but every day they put out a snack. They put out a snack. And that was so awesome. I mean, I could, oh man. Lisa, hi, Lisa, how are you? So they put out a snack. They spoke to us. Most of us had went out and, kind of bought our own chips and things like that. I bought my little beer. I had apple beer and I shared with everyone and they loved it. So I had my little beer drinkers with me. And everyone was amazed to find out that there's two whole apples in every, when I say every, in every bottle. So That was yummy. That was delicious, and it was a good crisp way. No one thought it was going to be as delicious as it was. So it was nice to see how everyone thought it was. Then we had some, we had our drinkers. Rochelle had some actual Mike's Hard, you know. We had our actual, Bacardi spritzers and things like that. So it was fun. It was definitely fun. We had the condos, so everybody got their own like apartment style condo, which was great. Had a refrigerator, had sink, it had a dining room table. You could go out back on your patio. Oh, there was a gorgeous fireplace with a seat down in front. Loved that. Health food drinking. That's what it was. Health food drinking. Let's see. Oh, it had a living room. The living room had a sofa and the two. I think it was two sofas, and then there was a bar at the in the kitchen so that you could sit at the bar and maybe talk to whoever was cooking. So it was big, definitely big. Shower, walk-in shower with a glass door. Could see all my bits. If I wanted to do a video washing my hair or something like that. Not that I would, but I know that they do that on YouTube. So Sarah! Hi, Sarah. I was just talking about you, how we met up at the airport. We had a ball. So yeah, that was the room. The room was you did have to do steps to come up out of, your area. Not that there's a problem, it's two steps. However, I have the hip problem. Anyone who's been to a retreat with me, they know by the last day, I'm usually limping. I have a bum hip and I still have this bullet in my knee. Hey, I don't even remember if them fries were worth it, but I know I told the story a few times this weekend. What do you guys think? Do you think it was worth it or no? Anyway, so we come through, obviously. Okay, Tia, no hi. I said hi. I did. I said hi, but I didn't use your name. It just was like a general hi. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Let me go back because I know I missed some new people who came in. The retreat was awesome. If anyone is second guessing themselves, don't register. Come hang out and have fun. That is from Rochelle, and that's true. Sue, you were injured at the first one. I'm injured at every one, Sue. I'm injured at every retreat except the very first one. Obviously by the end, my hip it just flares up and it starts to hurt. We did have an injury. Someone did suffer. But that was from falling, and actually they had broken ribs. They were a trooper, and so, you do want to be careful and things like that, but at the end of the day, the experience is rich. Shawana says, thanks at the Crappy Heifer for going live on Instagram. I missed it. I was working. First retreat was so much fun and so glad I got to meet you. Oh, thank you. She did great the whole retreat. I had to ask if it's her first one. Oh, oh no, have I been replaced? No, nope, my DN, you have not. uh, Shawana says, hey girl, she's talking to Cheryl. Dreamer! Hi, Dreamer! Hope you had a good time. I really did. I really did have a good time. I came in, my heart was heavy with some things that were going on. A lot of people, they leave behind whatever is going on because this is something they can't wait to do. They look forward to getting away. And what it did was, it's so helpful. It was mentally, I guess it was mental medicine for me. I really feel like it was mental. Y'all should have seen how I walked through the door. I got home. I was like, hello, I'm here. Y'all better come welcome me. Did you miss me? Well, tell me how much. Like, y'all know that's not how I was acting at the retreat. I was sad. I was forlorn and things like that, but coming home, leaving, having shared everything that I shared with everyone, and hearing people say, hey, I liked how you did this, and I liked how you handled yourself there. It made me feel so much better. And I wouldn't have had that had I not gone to the retreat. I would have been sitting here with my own thoughts and decisions. But I do feel a lot better. And there were some other people who were pretty much saying the same thing. So we had a newbie amongst us. Her name was Karen. It was her first time, and we wanted to fully embrace her. So I did reach out to her. I'm trying to find her message, but I reached out to her because one of the things that we wanted when we first met up with her was, for her to feel like, oh my goodness, y'all came for me. I believe it was a year or so ago. Karen said, I had a blast. I think we were up to 3 a.m. every night laughing and telling stories. I met so many nice people, including you and Rochelle. I'm hooked. I'm definitely coming back to this retreat next year. And I told her that I hope y'all heard that, but I told her I thought that was awesome. One of the things that I remember is like, ooh, not knowing too many people and things. That were the core group that I knew. I knew Marissa, I knew Rebecca, J. Rob, Crashly. But out of 16 people, there were so many more people that I had to get to know. And that's definitely what I wanted to do. So I wanted to get to know everybody. I remember going around. This is looking worse and worse, boy. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, I remember going around, going onto the other side and introducing myself and things. So I had a lot of fun. That's what we want, for you to be refreshed and ready to adult again. Marissa, you just don't know. I come back, I was all forlorn and sad and sulky and crying and things before I left. And I come back and I'm like, it's back to business. It's back to crafting 101, 102, 103. It was what I needed. I'm telling you, I recommend it for everyone. So the venue itself, it's rustic, but it's a tennis camp. There's a lot. Picture yourself 16. I don't know if I told you guys the story, but I went to a survivor camp. This was way better than the survivor camp. And I just had to put myself in that frame of mind. You remember when you went to camp? Because we would have loved this venue. We would have loved to be able to have, these are paved pathways. They weren't even, but they were paved. Wasn't, you could walk in the dirt if you want. We steer clear of the dirt because we heard that there were snake sightings. Exciting, right? Yeah, who doesn't want to? But I was playing with the lizards. There were some lizards that were crawling around. I live in Vegas. We see lizards all the time. I just couldn't do too much bending and things like that. But at one point, I think I was with Donna and I saw some lizards. She was like, "Let's get inside," and I'm like, "Okay." So, lots of fun, lots of fun. And eventually, even that first impression of the walkway and things was like, oh, okay, well, we're at an outdoor camp. A lot of kids come here, and this is what you see when you go to a camp. So it wasn't bad at all. I will tell you, the retreat venue. Um, I want to. I feel like this was one of the best ones yet, and here's why. Um, it was so personable. It was so intimate. It was designed in such a way that we were able to intermingle with everyone. When we first got there, the rush. Everybody's trying to sit with the people they know and things like that. So in doing that, obviously you always only end up clicking with a particular group. And not saving seats and just, allowing people to kind of fan in and maybe, naturally form. We were able to meet people and hang out with people. We did maneuver around that we probably naturally would not have if we, had just clicked up and things. And that's easy to do at a retreat. It's easy to click up because you met someone at the last retreat, or you meet people as you're attending the chats and you're going to the meetups and things. It's so natural to do. But again, having the time and going back in my mind and remembering how apprehensive you are when you first get started, having the time to just, get out and mingle and hang out with others that we might not have normally hung out with. Faith, got to really enjoy Faith. She is big in the cross stitch community, just picking her brain and things. Brian, for whatever reason, I know Brian, but I never ever sit real close to him. So he got to sit really close, got to hang out. Sue Bell, got to hang out with Sue Bell. She came down to our retreat before the retreat, and she was a big help. If you guys see the thumbnail image coming into tonight's show, you will know that I handcrafted that. And I thought, oh, it looks so, I don't know, I thought it looked kind of toyish, and I was trying to make it look more rustic. And so the retreat before the retreat, all the people who showed up that night, thank you so very much. You guys gave me some great insight, and I was able to kind of turn that into something. I really enjoy working on that cover minder slash needle minder. And I hope every one of you guys also did, enjoy it and things. You look at it. A lot of people kept looking at it, coming up to me saying, "You really made this?" And I looked at it and said, "I really made this." It started off a huge block, and I had to reduce that huge block down so small to what you guys saw. That's why you've seen that long line. And then I had to slice it off, um, to turn it into cover minders, put magnets on the back. And it was so amazing to see. Obviously, I had to take my time because you don't want your image to distort. And I learned all of that from the very first retreat. Just coming to the very first retreat, taking on some of the classes. This year, there was a class that I'm telling you, y'all need to steer clear of. It is the class of all classes. It was called a cricket class. And everybody who went to this cricket class has a business plan now. I've heard the cricket being called a moneymaker, but everybody has a business plan on what they're going to do. That's amazing. That minder is absolutely amazing. Tia, oh, thank you. I'm claiming you one. I'm claiming you 1 year. I think that's next year. I think that's next year, but I might be reading it wrong. uh, the place is secondary. Friends make the day. I so agree. So agree. Food. I already told you it was amazing. I'm not, the food was good, so there's not anything I can say. One thing that I liked about meal times, you got there and you just sat. There definitely was no clicking up. I sat by somebody different every day, every meal. And that was a difference maker. I could walk in with my roommate and still sit somewhere different because I think we started to really want to sit with other people. The stories that people tell at mealtime, that's the show you should be there for. I'm telling you, we heard some great stuff at mealtime. Whew, Deborah, Deborah Mosley. I think we had one of the best meal times. Julia, we had a great meal. No, I can't share these secrets with you guys. Why? Because you got to come out. You got to come and hang, and you got to, be there in the moment, and you got to share too. You got to be able to share something so we can share something. What do they say? Take one, get one, eat one, give one, or something. I'm close, but I know I'm far off. I'm claiming a seat by you 1 year. You definitely come and sit by me. It's going to be a lot of fun. But one of the things that we tried to kick off, it didn't go over like it was supposed to, but we tried. We are some dancers. Rochelle, Tima, Jerry, they are huge in the dance community. Um, Tiffany wasn't able to come to this one, but Tiffany, Tima's oldest daughter, she is one of the dancers. Me, I try. I got this hip issue. New bestie. I know you guys hear me call her new bestie. You probably know her as Cheryl. Cheryl and I got real close last year at the Lone Star Retreat, and I started calling her new bestie then, and it just stuck. But she's such a kindred spirit. Love her to death. Love her to death. And we spend hours talking, chit chatting, things like that. We're the dancers. We're the dancers. And what that means is, when the music starts, we're going to try. But we didn't have, a lot of music and a lot of dancing. So we started to say, we're going to 1 hour check in. And the check in is just the dance where you get up and you just pop, 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 pop. I have videos of those late. I thought I saw. I told somebody that I thought I saw Marissa recording us. It was just a way to have some fun and wake everybody up. We were painting was getting quiet and stuff, and I said next, 1 hour from now, no matter where you are, whether you're finished, whether you're just starting, whether you switch to a different project, we're getting up. Everybody's gonna get some blood flowing down to their knees, and we're gonna pop, drop it like it's hot, put on a song. And we did that. I think we was trying to make it a thing, but as the night was getting late, I think we did it twice, and then everybody was like, we're going to bed now, it's late. If I ever get the chance to go to a retreat, I would have to bring my own food or just eat Chinese food the whole time, because I'm highly allergic to tomatoes. So bad, I have an EpiPen. To be fair, it was like, yeah, it was I think it was 1:39 in the morning. And I was like, next one, 2:49, 2:39. Sorry, my lip is still splitting every time I laugh. Hold on. One moment. Let me apply. Oh, shoot. That's starting to hurt. I think Marissa is also allergic to tomatoes, and she goes, so she'd help you out. They do take into consideration that I think you would have to just let them know what your allergy is and things. So, most committees, they have someone who, that's their job, is to make sure that food allergies are taken into consideration. Don't want nobody popping dead on us. Don't want nobody, we can't get the pen to, or we get the wrong pen. That's our diamond painting pen, so obviously we would refer you to them, and you would just let them know before you left for the retreat. Marissa, what is the cure for workaholics? A retreat. I could tell you that. A retreat. A workaholic. So yeah, definitely. So we got the food, we got the socializing going on every meal. And then we just had good times. We had lots of laughter. um we're going to talk about, I didn't take my bag out or anything like that. I know people normally do. And they show and they share and things like that. Retreat bag. Oh my gosh. Not only was it the biggest and best yet, but they took into consideration that there are people who fly and may be limited on their space. This bag is huge, huge, huge. But not only did they take into consideration how big the bag is, it opens up and then folds down. So it has, metal guides, I guess, in it that allow it to be, I mean, it's big. It's like sitting like this, big square with a hole. It's got handles. It can be carried. But it is travel friendly. So all you had to do was lift up the metal handles. After you lift up the metal handles, you just push the bag down. I pushed my bag down in my suitcase. I put I had a ton of fabric. I bought a lot of fabric. I have a ton of new projects also. Lots of new projects. And I just push those down. I always leave one side of my suitcase empty to accommodate purchases and things, and this was definitely needed. And then I saw the bag and I was like, what am I gonna do with that? I gotta pay for a new bag, get on the plane. They ain't gonna let me. I'm sitting there because I wrote first class. They ain't gonna let me bring it on there, and I gotta pay to check it because it's gotta go overhead. And it just popped in, zipped up my suitcase with no problems. And y'all to see me. I had my little finger push on my suitcase. I mean, you would have thought I planned this trip for 5 years, because I just moved through the airport so smoothly till I tried to, I tried to buy a pizza, and I was eating, I mean, a stromboli, I think is what it's called. Yeah, I was trying to eat a stromboli and push my suitcase and carry a bottle of water, but I didn't drop anything. So there we go. Life is good. It's so good. uh, I found out I was allergic to cilantro. Whoa, not a good time to find anything out is in the midst of a retreat. I hope you're okay. Tell your boss you won't be there. That's what I do. Let's see, a lot of workaholics go to retreats. I'm one. I do think that is a good idea if you're a workaholic. to get to a retreat. Someone came with a 43-pound bag and left with a 63.5-pound bag. So that's a lot. And I know one person who I think that is. Y'all know her as Bling It Girl. If y'all could have seen Rochelle trying to pack up, oh my, where'd she get all that stuff at? We was shopping. This was definitely the retreat. If you wanted to buy some stuff, this was definitely that retreat. I mean, we shopped. Rochelle took 2 hours to buy a pen, and she got to design the pen herself, and it took her 2 hours. That's how much she was shopping. She was like buying all of the gems and just going through. She wanted the perfect diamond painting pens. She got two of them. It took her an hour each pen, and we thought she was sick. We went looking for her. I went looking for her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope she's okay. We were getting, a lot of us getting like dehydrated. It was that hot, and if you aren't staying refreshed and hydrated, many of us were, but just not with electrolytes. My bag was 69. I figured, I knew you was over. See, her bag was 69 pounds. Um, Rochelle, I think, I want to say Rochelle beat out Berta. And Berta usually has big, giant, but even Berta was sitting there. We were sitting there looking at her like, how's she going to get all that stuff on the plane with her? Woo, go ahead. Rochelle got it going on though. She has a system, I guess, and her system was, I don't know, it just it worked. She got all her stuff in there, all the new stuff. We shopped. We went to the Croc store. Thank you, Rochelle. I love you so much. Rochelle took me and Brian and Karen. Who else went with us? I felt like it was a bigger group. But we went to the Croc store in San Antonio, and they had a sale on their gibbets. You all know how I feel. And yes, we were in there for over an hour. But it wasn't because of me. How many times did you go to that counter? Rochelle went to the counter, bought something, then she went back. Brian's in line. Brian bought like 35 gibbets. They had a good sale going on, so I understand why he did that. But he bought a lot. I think I brought like 10, 15. All of my stuff, you guys know how I am. I got to do themes. I love themes. It gives me something to look forward to, and it makes it fun. Remember, last year was the pumpkins with the leopard, and guess what she did? She bought all leopard outfits to wear every day, And so this year was the Southwestern theme, and so obviously the clothes that I would wear here. But I bought gibbets that, kind of match that theme. Had my little sunglasses. I had my cactus and things. So it was a lot of fun. I got my stuff and I'm in line. I'm driving about 8 times. Yeah, it was about 8 times. Sorry, Rochelle, I didn't realize you were driving. So she gets out of line. I think I was up. Was it me? It might have been Karen. Karen was up next. I finally find what I want. Rochelle went back to the counter. She was buying in between each of us. That was the fun part. We was looking at her like, oh my gosh. And she just kept seeing stuff. They didn't have the shoes that she wanted, so she wouldn't shop for another one. Then, you got to decorate those shoes and get the gibbets for those. Woo, she's good at picking gibbets, I will say. She likes all metal based, and I'm just, cutesy wootsy. But when she puts her little theme together, they really dress her shoes up. So kudos to her. If you guys got a chance to see her orange Crocs, woo, those were popping, and I'm jealous. um, but we had a ton of fun. I do think she went to the counter, I think 5 or 6 times. I do know that. I went twice. I had got my gibbets, and then they did something they shouldn't have done, but they started bringing out additional items that you can bling out with the holes in them and things. They had lanyards. They're doing a whole, I guess, just novelty items and things. So when I saw the lanyard, I had to. It was green. It was green. That's my favorite color. So I went back and I got gibbets to go with the retreat theme, and then Brian did the same thing. So that was a lot of fun. We did have a gibbets crop charm trading session. That was a lot of fun. I came away with some ideas because obviously I do themes and I do bling out my crocs. So the next thing that I'll be, trying to move towards is something Thanksgiving related, and then the color purple has some rendition coming up, and I want to see that. It's been how long since the color purple came out? And yeah, I'm hearing that there's some great names that's going to be in it, and I want to see where they take the story. It's supposed to be the same but different. I don't know what that means. But we'll see. Just like I, went all out for the Barbie movie and I went all out for Little Mermaid, we're definitely going to see what this brings. But I think it's fun. It's definitely fun. I may need to try some. I haven't ever. Oh, you haven't tried Crocs? All I can say is wait till you try them. Woo! They were designed to kiss and nurture and love our feet. And if you're somebody who has, like, for me, my hip, starting to wear Crocs, they absorb, like, so when my feet are walking, they absorb. So it just feels better. I don't feel like I have as much on me. So I have, I do walk a little bit more than I did before. My feet would start hurting a lot more. They don't hurt as much because I'm wearing my Crocs. So not that this is, I don't want nobody to think I'm, doing a public service, announcement or anything. I'm speaking from personal experience, but Crocs, if you're out there and you like this message, hook me up. We can do a Tia line, and I got a whole bunch of ideas. I'm telling you right now, we can hook it up. Okay, put some blings, little fairies on some stuff, some floating butterflies. Just reach out. Marissa says, I love mine, and I love all 9 of mine, but I have 3 on their way. That's only because they just, for today, they had a 50% off sale off select items. So we'll see if I like them. The movie Color Purple came out in 1985. There we go. There we go. 1985. So I'm glad, it is 38 years old. Dang. I was not around when it first came out. Because you guys know I'm 29. 29, 29. I would, but from the Tia line. There we go. Yes, get us a Tia line. That would be awesome. Reach out to me, Crocs. Help me out. So that was, obviously there was a lot of items that were in our bags. One of the things that I enjoyed this year was I felt like there, when you first start retreating and things like that, we are there for we want free. That's everybody's experience. Free, huh? Here I come. What? You hear free? I remember telling my kids one time when they were little, something ever happens, don't yell fire, don't yell help. Why? Because people are so off to themselves, and they may be like, mind your business, and they may keep going, right? They're not going to come, they ain't going to rescue you at all. I told my kids, if something ever happens, y'all can steal this, okay? I'm okay with this because they grown and we haven't had to do this, but they were taught well. I told them to yell free money if something ever happened. How many people you think gonna look if somebody holler free money, free money, free? They're gonna look a whole lot more than if you like help, help. Somebody yell help, you go in another direction. I don't have time. Oh, sorry, yell free money and see how many people come running. There we go. So that's what my kids were taught. And so when it comes to the retreat experience, that's what we looked at. Free, free. But what I will say is, the items that were placed in the bag, they took the time to make sure that they were purposeful and that there was use for it. So how many of us, when we go to a retreat, we forget storage containers? There was an opportunity. It wasn't in every bag, but there was an opportunity. Well, if someone, because this one you were able to get something and maybe trade out for it. There were items that were in our bag that came, as part of the swag. Our t-shirts were in there. The bag itself, great. We did get, necessities, like we got the retreat trays. Oh, love the trays. I do. Because I don't buy. I did have to buy two to complete I have a tower. Where's my tower? I do have a tower and wanted to complete my tower. I just needed the top two. So I was buying those. But other than that, what I like about the trays is you can sit them off to the side. And as long as you put the label of the item, you don't have to, nowadays, you don't have to pour that back in too, because I got enough Harbor Freights. But these new trays with all these compartments and things like that, you get a chance at the retreat to be able to try products out that you might otherwise have to buy. And that's what I like about it. And again, it's free. So if you like free, come to a retreat. You'll get a chance to try out a ton of products. Not only that, you'll have some awesome food. You'll meet some great people like me. You'll have some babysitters for life, especially if you have grandkids. Y'all want to go on a trip or something like that. Yeah. You don't want to go on a trip. We can all get together and do something. And our kids can babysit each other. Except mine. My kids aren't going to have kids. I'm going to be old and feeble. Y'all know 29 times 3 before my kids have any kids. Sherry says if I ever get a chance to go to a retreat, I would have to bring. Oh, I'm behind. I already saw that one. I guess I ain't scrolled since then. My bad. Let me go down. Sherry says I was a sophomore in high school when the first Color Purple came out. Holy, this thing is getting on my nerves. Can you get rid of it? Let me see. I don't know what that is. Okay. Just jumped a few years. I feel a bit older now. Have to go to Texas to see Tia. Not in only in a crafter's world. Cheryl is right. Probably easier to see me in Texas than Vegas. Not on purpose, though. Not on purpose. But I'm getting better. And going forward, that is probably something that I would like to do. As I would like to see other people come and enjoy this wonderful place. But I do have some friends here, like Shelly Marquez. Are you out there, Shelly? Shelly's probably working right now. Shelly lives right here in Las Vegas. And we've only met up one time when we met up to eat. Did we eat? I don't even remember if we ate. We met at a casino. Um, we see each other all over the world at retreats, but we very seldomly meet up here. So that is definitely something that will be changing. And we made a pact at the airport where we met up again in Texas. She was going out. She wasn't flying back to Vegas, and I was. And so we did have a chance to make it a point to meet up here in town. So if you guys are coming through, there are plenty of people who have come through here that I've got a chance to meet up with. I met up with Michelle. You guys know her as Vixie Poet, and Dana. Definitely met up with them. Brandy come through here. Had an amazing time with her and her family, her husband, her son. They were out traveling. We got to spend some wonderful time together. To the movies. We went out to dinner. So we got to share. Who else has been here? Jamie and Nicole. When they come through town, obviously I'll be, ecstatic about seeing them. And then, of all thens, my sweets. Sweets came here. We are going to be trying to, because someone else was like, do you think that sweets would? Amanda, me and Amanda are trying to plan a mini retreat with sweets here in Vegas. Maybe my Deanne, Marianne is close. Sarah is very close. I think Sarah is like 3.5, 4 hours from me. So if we can, kind of put something together, that would be amazing. A little, I call them my cross stitch queens. So, my queens could come to town and we could have some fun. But Shelly was like serious, like she was wanting to put like a event or a venue to it. So, you know me, I'm not a planner. I'm an arriver. Just tell me when to arrive. I don't want to have anything to do with the planning. But if you tell me when to arrive, boop, 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 I'll get my gear and I'll be on my way. Yeah. So definitely, um, what did I miss? It's a nice cross shop. Oh, cross stitch. Yes, we do have Stitcher's Paradise here in Vegas, and it is a beautiful, beautiful cross stitch shop. I mean, they have a ton of stuff, fabric and things. I'll come to Vegas. It's about an 8 hour drive. Oh, you're from Northern Cal. Why do I think you're from San Diego? You're not from San Diego. Where are you from? San Diego is about 4 hours. Gave you 3 weeks notice. Cheryl came during the move. I was just picking up my items. The day that she was leaving out San Jose, okay, now I know why it's 8 hours. Um, the day that she was leaving out was the day I was picking up the rental for the move. And time was going to be tight. It was going to be tight. And it was so unfair. But we had to pick the keys up like 12:30, 1 o'clock, something like that. And I had to pick up the rental at 9:30 or something. So the time from the rental till the time to pick up the keys was really the only time that I had. And I selfishly simply gave that time to Cheryl without checking to see if she had something else that she had to do. She had to drop her rental off, and that was going to be around 12 o'clock. So the time is getting smaller and smaller. And Tia, who was being selfish, simply was like, "Oh, girl, we can make it work. Come on." There, there was no, oh, and for every time I tried, where you gonna be at this time? It's just a little selfish. And I admitted that. I had so much going on. And I wanted to see her, even if it was just long enough to just give her a hug, but it just wasn't in the cards because what I never did was say, "Are you here by yourself or are you with, and when you have other people to consider, you can't just make those independent, which I know, but I was so selfish, I didn't even check. So my fault. I got to come and visit. We got to meet up somewhere. I used to live near Los Angeles, and that was 4 hours. I really just thought you were. So maybe that's what I'm thinking of. 8 hours is a long way, though. We have to put you on a plane, Sarah. Busting chops. But I did tell you weeks in advance and was there for 10 days. Oh, she's hard. She cutting in. That's like that milk comment, That's how I take that. It's okay. Because of that comment, I came off milk. We will meet up next time. We will be there in a few months again. See, it's all coming together. Love it when a plan works out. Other than that, yeah, I was just really wanting to jump on here, kind of share my experience, how much fun I had. And, I really came back with just a different mindset. The mindset was, get back to you, get back to doing things for you, get back to being unapologetically me. I just feel like I've been tiptoeing around, walking on eggshells. You know, anybody who watches this, like last year I got hit. I think it was last year. It might have been the year before. I can't remember. But I come back from a retreat and I got I don't want to say berated, but it wasn't a good feeling. Um, I don't even plan the retreats, but I got made to feel like somehow or another, because I know about a retreat and someone else doesn't, that I'm, wrong for, sharing retreat experience. And I don't want to feel like that. So I'm just going to say this year, if you're interested in a retreat and you've heard that someone goes, reach out and ask how you could get info. Don't feel like that's not right. This is a community. How come only so many people know? If I have a party and only tell the 200 people I know, then that's why the other 8,000 don't know, because I only told the 200 I know. And no, one of the attendees shouldn't be made to feel responsible because other people didn't get a heads up or something, a nod, just like in school, in high school. How many times have parties occurred where, you weren't on the invite list, right? Are you going to just be mad the whole time because you didn't know the person, they don't know you, or they didn't want you there? Whatever the reason it is, I just didn't like how I walked away feeling, because I started to get hit up by people behind the scenes. Like, people were reaching out to me through Messenger, people were reaching out to me, through Instagram, and you okay? So, I think you got, kind of hit hard. And then, going back over how I was feeling, especially in the moment, you know, I'm not responsible. If you don't get an invite to a retreat, don't blame me, because I went. I had a ball and I'm going to keep doing what I got to do to keep going. Now, if you got a retreat coming up, send me an invite my way. I'll go. I'm an arriver. I'll arrive. But don't yell at me and make me feel bad because I got to go and nobody that knew about it and things like that. These are usually by word of mouth, is how I hear about them. Exactly. Be in the know. And then you can go. Oh, you ever think about something after something happens, be like, dang, I should have said that. Man, if I could go back, I wish I could have said that. But I felt like, dang, what did I do? Like, why am I getting beat up on? Don't beat up on me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me no more. That's how I felt. So put that on a t-shirt. Yes, I got just the person to make the shirt for me. Her name is Bling It Girl. Bling It Girl. How many of those can you make me? Oh, hopefully, she'll be able to make a lot. The information is out there and very easy to find for all the retreats. Exact. Tia, high school girl, you really are 29. Really? Am I? Oh, let me tell y'all what happened at the retreat. Where's Berta? Berta, I haven't heard from her since earlier today. Anyway, my son calls. Everybody knows my son used to run the channel with me. Berta never seen him. So he calls. He says, "Hey, how you doing?" Oh, Marissa, by the way, he was calling you. I was holding the phone up and trying to get your attention. He could see you behind me, but you were talking to somebody, so I didn't want to disrupt you. That's how Berta and Justin ended up communicating. Hopefully she is. So, um, Berta said, "Woo, who's that? I'm looking for a sugar daddy." And this fool, he starts flirting back. He asking her questions. She asking him, "Will you do this?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm like, stop that." I was like, Berta too old to have more kids. You can't talk to nobody who can't have no kids. I need grandkids. So stop that. Yes, Marissa, you missed it. Everybody was cracking up laughing. And I said, you better stop that. She too old to have kids. Um, so needless to say, I did point him your way. Didn't you just ask about Marissa? There she is back there. Let me get her attention. Sorry, Marissa, but I need grandkids. Oh, Marissa was none the wiser. She's just been thrown into the family. Oh, 29 with grandkids. Stop it. I need you to stop with the math. Oh, I adopted. That's what happened, Cheryl. It was by adoption. You know what I'm saying? They didn't put no age limit on it at all. I had a good job. Other than that, oh, but it was great. It was a great retreat. I was having a good time. Was it at least a good angle? Um, yeah, yeah, it was. You had, did you have, I think you had on your blue shirt. You had on your blue shirt, and you were talking to someone. It was a good angle, but he recognized you and he said, "Ain't that Marissa?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Marissa, you didn't hear me." And then I was like, I'll walk the phone back in a moment. Let me finish up here. And while I was talking to him, I had the phone in my hand, and Berta and him started chatting. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Also, I don't plan on having no kids, so you have to find another tribute. Y'all are killing me these days, you youngins. What is going on? Just one? No, I'm not gonna say one. I'm not gonna put that in a box like that. Two. So how many ended up with the China virus? I I just heard somebody saying something about getting checked. I really don't know, to be honest. I'm fine. Oh, wait. I'm fine. How do I look, Sue? Woo! And I was up in everybody's face. But the same thing happened with Billy. I was taking care of him and he tested positive. And I'm like, what do I do now?" Hugged him, made sure he was doing better and everything. Went home. I did my testing every day, checked. Every day was negative. Posted in that was the Great Lakes retreat that she's referring to. Posted every day, showed my results. I was fine. And he wasn't. So you planning on going on another retreat soon? Um, so for the rest of the year, I just have some local stuff that I'm doing. Going to two car shows. I did want to go camping sometime this fall. Um, I'm out of bear spray and stuff. But I do want to go camping. I got a condominium of a tent, and I've only used it twice. I got the tent because my mom, she had moved in with me, and I felt like, oh, let me get a big one. And so my mother did not like camping and said she was never going back again. So she turned into a club, though. She was getting hit on and everything while we were out there. But I want to go camping, and I'm gonna go. And I'm trying to do something in November because it'll be nice and cool down, cool nights, nice, relaxing, refreshing days. Tia, love your glasses. Thank you. So it's actually rampant now, is it? I didn't know. She said it's rampant. Um, I'm okay. Hopefully everybody else is. Um, I feel bad because everybody was driving, and most of the drivers are, just getting in yesterday or early this morning. We had some people that were driving 16, 17 hours. We had some people who were stopping off to visit family because it's a 12, 13-hour drive, and they wanted to break it up into a couple of days. So I really, haven't heard much, and that's mainly why, because most of the drivers they just now getting in, this morning, sometime throughout today. I grew up camping and water skiing. I've never gone water skiing. I jumped off of a diving board. We have a pool here, and you can do 13, you can do 21 feet. I think I was doing 13 feet, and I jumped in, and the angle that I entered at, I was like, I don't know if I ever want to do this on water skis. You know, that angle that you got to hit at an angle or you slice your whole face. Um, oh, can you imagine how you do that? With water skiing. How you do that? Jumped off the diving board. You know, so when you got a little weight, y'all ever did the apple and or the orange and like a grape, you know, and you drop them and things like that? That orange, that's me. And when you drop it from a high, it's gotta enter at an angle. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gotta enter at an angle. But I do like camping. I did hike the Appalachian Trail at 16 years old. I'll never do that again. It was a survival camp, and I begged to go. I begged my parents. I remember I couldn't wait. It was the brochure. You know, there's something about, you know, marketing the product and things. It was a brochure. It made everything sound beautiful, beautiful, wooded areas, lakes, whitewater rafting. It was a survival camp. You had to survive. And they were taking you from one part of the Appalachian Trail to another part. We get there and we got to turn in stuff. We had to turn in everything. When I say we had to give up crossword puzzles, little handheld games and things. I'm not gonna, date myself, but just way before cell phones, way before cell phones. We got to give up stuff though. We had to give up things like blankets. We could only have one pair of shoes. You better pick right. You better pick right. Um, and then we find out, or I found out, because I'm pretty sure everyone else there knew except me. There was me and the two girls that I begged, but I guess into going. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a great time. We're there. We're there with 9 adolescent convicts who were court ordered to be there. And I had no idea. It didn't say nothing about this in the brochure. Nothing. So everything that all the comforts, I'm thinking we gonna be doing popsicle birdhouses and things. That's how beautiful it was. Must be at least 30 before cell phone. Sure. Anyway, I'm thinking we're doing popsicle birdhouses. We're gonna be having a ball, canoeing. It said whitewater rafting and things like that. We were given a tarp, a string. That's all we got for tents. And we got to the point where we had to become friends with the convicts so that we could have something under us. Because if you just got a rope and a tarp, are you going to have something go over you and you sleep on the ground? We had a little pillow. We ain't had no sleeping bag or nothing like that. No, it doesn't sound like fun. I did not find out that this was Survivor Camp. I heard camp. I heard nothing about Survivor. And I had called my parents and begged two of my friends. I remember, we had to, so we got a map. We had one guide, and we have to get from this one town, and and we're gonna go all the way into Pennsylvania. I grew up in Connecticut. We're going all the way from Connecticut, portion of the Appalachian Trail, into Pennsylvania. We have so many days to do it. I think we were doing this across 6 weeks. If you got food drops, if you didn't make it to a food drop before your food was dropped, other people on the trail could get your stuff. And you ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Other people got to our food, we stopped missing food drops. No fooling around. You learned everything in the moment. We got hungry. We missed the food drop. All we had was a lake beside us. We don't have no fishing rods, and we got to eat. We out there trying to catch fish with our bare hands, and you only got so much time for a day to do that. My birthday is Saturday. Oh, I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna sing. Happy birthday to you. There you go. So we catching fish with our bare hands as much as we can. Them slippery things, they was fighting for their life. They was flailing. Oh my gosh. And what are we gonna do with the fish once we get it? I mean, this was crazy. It was so crazy. So yeah, I've been to survival camp and now it's time to enjoy. The retreat was fun. I like to take my time with everything. My connecting flight was delayed, so I opted to take the 5 a.m. flight the next morning. I got home yesterday at 9:30 a.m. Yay! Bling it up. I wouldn't mind being 55 again. Uh-oh. Dare I ask, how old are you now? I may not look a day of my age, but I turned 55 on Sunday. I don't think I look my age. 29 is a rough age. It's rough. Ask me how long I've been 29. I dare not say. I dare not say. It's been a while though. What was that? On Saturday, I want a real song, like more than four. I thought you would appreciate the build up. Saturday, you're gonna get an amazing song. And sure, when you gonna get out and go to a retreat so we can really take our show on the road and have a ton of fun? Give it up to you. You are 30 plus shipping and handling. I'm 29 and change. Rochelle, we will have a party in the group. There we go. There we go. So, next up, how late did you stay up? Y'all, Marissa beat me every night. I swear. I don't know what was going on. Every night I was saying, "Good night, Marissa." She was up and I couldn't believe it at all. First night, the retreat, before the retreat, we were up until 3 a.m. Second night, um, which was Friday night, I believe we were up until three, two or three. I mean, I didn't have not one night long. Well, so I didn't have long nights in the craft room, but when we got back to our room, I might sleep for 2 hours and then I was back up. Me either. I went hardcore this year. Yes, you did. Marissa was hardcore. She was up late every night. Like, I mean, 4 or 5 o'clock. She was up. It was so hopefully she's getting caught up on her rest because I've never seen her stay up that long. Oh my gosh, Shawana, you missed me talking about the food was great. It was so good. So, oh God, I don't know. I'm trying to think what my favorite meal was. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I know we had steak one night, and Marissa told me the next day they used the steak. We had the opportunity to make like steak wraps and things for lunch, and oh, that was so good. I don't know. I can't pick. I know we had great cuts of meat. Like we had oh, maybe the salmon. I don't know. The salmon, we had teriyaki salmon. Um, it's hard. I don't know. I'm trying to think. There wasn't a meal that I didn't like. I liked every meal. Unfortunately, I can't decide. Um, they season they food, girl. They see Shawana. They season the food. I remember. Um, I was sitting at the table with someone, and she was like, let's get the salt and pepper." And I'm like, "Okay." I always start with pepper before I add salt. I always add pepper. And so I added just a little bit, and I was mixing. I was it's like, oh, don't. There's no need. There's no need. It's like everything. I don't have a favorite. Was feeling a little rough too, but me and Jose are good friends. We're up till 4 a.m. Sunday morning. She and I shut down the party that night. Okay, see, you guys shut it down. Um, I don't know. Takes me about an hour to wind down every meal. Yep, yep. Rochelle's right. Every meal was good. Every meal was good. I don't have any. It's hard to even pick a favorite. I don't know. It's hard. I would probably say because it was so different and it hasn't been at any retreat. I would. I don't want to say it though. But I was going to say the teriyaki salmon. It was really good, but I don't really want to say it. It was different. Obviously, I've been to 7 retreats and I haven't had any type of teriyaki salmon. I forget who I was sitting by because we sat by somebody different at every meal. And I was telling them that that is something that, like, when we go out to dinner on the strip, I've had that at two separate. Yeah, the salmon was good, Rochelle, wasn't it? I've had that at two separate hotels on the strip. So I have gone to um, the Wicked Spoon, and they've had it. That's like the number one um, place to eat. It wins all kind of awards and things. And so it did remind me of that. And I've also had it at MGM. They have delicious, a really delicious buffet. And you can go up and they'll present you with teriyaki salmon there. It was good. Um, I don't eat fish or any wildlife. What do you eat? So you don't eat no cow? You don't eat no. Let's not forget about what is that? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't even mention the desserts. They had this coconut cake. Oh my God. I don't know. Every dessert. They had these homemade cookies. I said, one cookie. One. The, oh my gosh, the cookies are good. You could eat a ton of cookies. Um, Desserts were good. It's hard. This one right here, like I said, it was amazing. I can't wait. When we first went, I think everybody was put off by the pathways, the uneven pathways. Marissa had told us that the walkway was uneven. And how somebody's just warning you, you're like, okay, I get it. She was right. I think once we got past that, I did not place food. I don't know how. I mean, this one right here, we didn't really game a lot. We really were there for the retreat experience. Like this was like back to the basics almost, like back to, oh my gosh, what are you working on? Let's go see what other people are working on. That's gorgeous. I want that because of how that looks. Rochelle did start a diamond painting. Let me tell you how on task she was. She started and finished a cross stitch and got to ring the bell. And she probably would have been able to do the same with her diamond painting. That was a big diamond painting. She did bling it out, but she ran out of bling. Sorry, Rochelle. It's just funny. Um, and she was like, I think I'm gonna be able to finish this too. And I was like, woo. She was plucking. And I do think that she probably would have been able to finish her diamond painting, if the cards weren't stacked against her. But that's what I mean by we were like geared in, we were zoned in on the actual experience. The few moments where we weren't crafting, we were up socializing. We will go to someone else's table, they're showing us what they're working on, we're looking at it. We'll go to another person's station. A lot of people were just crafting, and usually, I think because of how intimate the environment was, it made it, it was conducive to us being able to do that. Usually, we're not able to be so closely intertwined. And because of that, we're up. and we're doing more socializing and things like that. No one wants to sit at their table by themselves, so they're up and they're, and this one was just a lot more intimate and things. I loved it. I diamond painted for the first. Yes, Marissa diamond painted. She used one of Rochelle's pens. Rochelle has a beautiful collection of pens, definitely beautiful. None were Pom Pal. Oh, speaking of Pom Pal, thank all of you guys really came out. People, especially you newbies who weren't, prepared. I definitely came in and swooped in. Um, I I sold like how many pens? I think I sold 8 or 9 pens. I wasn't prepared. These were extras that I had, and I keep in. I don't know why, but I keep them in my cross stitch bag. I had my cross stitch bag with me. I brought one diamond painting and left with 7. Um, but yeah, you guys really came out. Tia was there to craft and made money. And I really appreciated that. So all of you diamond painters out there, keep Pom Pal pins in your mind. I am working on some, well, let me show you. I am working on some new items and hopefully they will be up. New pins, new colors. They have not been drilled yet. These I was working on yesterday. Like I said, I've been playing with clay. Some returners, you guys, burgundy. Again, I haven't drilled these down yet. These are the new size. I don't know if you guys knew, but I did move. Uh-oh. Yeah, of course. So I did move my sizes. Um, some that'll be geared towards giveaways. If y'all can see the difference. This one's smaller than this one. If I didn't have the tips on, maybe you'll see it better. So I did change my sizing. These are longer. They're going to be 4.5 to 5 inches. These are 3.5. 3.5 inch. They're still comfortable. Obviously, I have small hands, but I haven't in the past maybe taken into consideration. I got some feedback from one of my original pen testers. That would be Amanda. She told me a while ago that she liked the longer pen. It felt more comfortable in her hand. And so, in listening, what you guys are going to be seeing me do is introduce. I'm trying, but it's not working. Seeing me introduce some new styles, new colors, and the longer. With the tips on, it pulls them up to like 5.5 inches, and you guys will start to see that difference. So, do you sell internationally? If an international customer wants to pay the shipping, I do. The shipping in the past, I sent a pin to the Netherlands. It was a gift. They had won a contest and it cost me $18. That's more than I even charged for the pin. So just, kind of keep that in mind. Again, new colors, new color schemes that I'm working on and things like that, but all with the new size in mind. The smaller ones, they'll still be sold and you'll still see them around. They'll probably be my giveaway items and things just to kind of introduce people out to the mark, So, but these are all the new sizes and things like that. I just wanted to kind of have some fun, kind of show them around, show them off and things. So we'll see. I have not drilled these down yet. Just was having a little fun. In between size. They are, so I would say a regular size is 5 inches, especially when you're, purchasing. Some people might get 6 to 7 inches when it comes to the glass acrylic pens and things. When it came to the polymer clay pens, you really are limited to the length of the pen that you're, getting from somewhere. And some of the, I will say off-brand companies, their pens are a lot smaller. So when it comes to like Diamond Art Club, when it comes to Dreamer Design, when it comes to probably Craftably, I would say that their pens, especially Craftably, because Michael and I had a talk about 2 years ago where he was looking into just the benefit behind requesting to have those longer pink pins and things. And he knew that they were a base and things. So some of the like the larger diamond painting companies, they do get their pins, and they're a lot longer. They're about 4.5 inches as opposed to the 3.5 inch that you see. Where can we get your pins and when? Hi, Cynthia. Um, you're always able to reach out to me by Facebook because I'm on Messenger or Instagram. I'm always selling something through them. Someone's always reaching out. Hey, I saw you sell. Hey, I saw such and such. But I do have an Etsy store, Palm Pal Pens. It would be www.etsy.com/pompalpens, and it is down in my description. I will be opening, but not until the end of October, beginning of November. I know a lot of people right now, they're getting into Halloween, and because I didn't do anything or prep anything, I don't have a push. I am fully moved in. Like I said, I came back from this retreat and just was like, boom, what are you doing? Here we go. Let's have some fun. Get it going, Tia. Get back into your old self. Yeah. And then that's what I did. I was like, yeah, we're going to get back into my old self. So the only thing that I haven't done is take care of this split lip. Cheryl, what do you recommend? I was talking crap to the TV and I started laughing and my lip split. And then I took forever to find. I just found my chapstick. This is my EOS. So it does feel good when I put it on. Oh my gosh. My hubby Robert. Robert! Oh my gosh. It has been for where you been? Where you been? How you been? Look at Robert. Oh, it's been so long. I haven't seen you. Now you're gonna make me cry. Like it's been a lot. Oh, Robert came to say hi. Come into the big diamond painting drill along group. No pressure, no required finish. Oh, I think you did reach out to me and you said something. But Rochelle, Rochelle. Sorry, Cheryl, I called you Rochelle. Not that you guys aren't twinning. I just Rochelle. So I've been doing great, busy. Your lawn bowling. Oh my gosh, you are so busy. You always have some great just activities going on. So much room for activities. Uh, Robert, I see you starring on the Twins show all the time. You just done put me down. It's okay, baby. I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. I consider that a compliment calling me Rochelle. Call me Rochelle anytime. Let me tell you about Rochelle. This is my boo, right? This is my boo. Rochelle, love me. Woman, Rochelle sets, was it 3 or 4? Rochelle sets 4 alarms, and they're set to go off at varying hours. When I tell you that, yes, Marissa stayed up the longest in the venue, but Tia got the least amount of sleep, as usual. That is so true. Because who do you think had to get up and turn Rochelle's alarms with an S off? She sets all these alarms. We go to bed at 4. Rochelle takes an hour shower. She hates when I say that. She takes an hour shower. So she gets in a bed. She sets her alarms because she wants to get up at 7. That's 3 hours after we go. And to make sure that this occurs, she sets alarms on everything. She's got work phone, personal phone, computer. Oh, and she was having to work like the first 2 days, Thursday and Friday. She needs to get up. She wants to work and things. And she's got that watch thing. That's the annoying one. The watch is the most annoying. I got to get up because she sleeps through. How do you, Shell? Rochelle sleeps through her own alarms. Like, what is? Oh my gosh. So I'm telling you, did y'all see that picture? Did y'all see the picture of my pins? I don't know what happened. I hit something, but that was a pin that just popped up. Rochelle sleeps through her own alarms. We go to bed. I gotta get up because I gotta turn the alarms off. She don't hear them. She don't hear them at all. So after the millionth blare and me trying to figure out how to turn the alarm off, I literally said, "There we go." She got the toms. I can't wear her. I, I just laid back down, and here come the next one. I just anyway. I can't figure out where this one alarm is. I cannot. And I literally like, damn it, I just gotta wake her up. She sleep like a princess. She sleep like that. Like, we sleep, you're trying to keep drool from coming out your mouth. She sleep like a princess. So I'm trying not to wake her up, and I don't have any choice. I have no choice because I have a splitting headache. The first night, everybody, Friday going into Saturday, was damn near dehydrated. It was that hot. Texas is hot. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. When I'm on vacation, I don't hear the alarm. But if you come close to me, oh my gosh. So let me tell you, she's so right about that. I can't fit. My head is killing me. I think I'm dying. Like it's like coming right here, and then it's coming up in here, and then it was going to. Oh, I never felt this kind of pain before. On top of that, I was nauseous. Like I'm gonna throw up. And I just needed to just please close my eyes. Please, just Tia, close your eyes. I was in so much pain. But Rochelle is sleeping through these alarms, and each alarm was sending the pain in a different direction. So I get up, and oh my God, I thought I was gonna die. I'm dizzy, and the floor is coming towards me, and I start sweating like right across here. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't feel well. A lot of people were saying that, Cheryl, that they thought I had a migraine. A lot of people. Anyway, I can't figure out how to turn this alarm off. I've been standing here like 7 minutes. And I'm like, please, just. So I finally said, gotta wake her up. I said, Rochelle. And she said, yes. Oh my God. Like there was no delay, no hesitation. You hear me, but you hear these alarms. And she was like, I'm sorry. I almost passed out. Almost passed out. I can't believe it. So she woke up like the princess, not like Princess Tia, like Queen Rochelle. And she said, yes. And I couldn't believe it. And she said, oh my gosh, let me go ahead and turn that off for you. What do you mean? Why is it so simple? I've been going through torture for this last however long. I don't even know how long. It felt like forever. It felt like forever. I do know that there was a point where I got back in the bed. I went back to sleep. And my new bestie, you guys know her as Cheryl Gearhartz. Cheryl had to come in and do the same thing. And she was on the other side. Oh, shout out to Cheryl for looking out for me. I thought I was going to die. Cheryl brought me ice cold. I had to drink down ice cold core, which has electrolytes in it. And I did not start feeling better until there was the first pint. I think I was just filling myself up. And Rochelle gave me that. Cheryl came in. She had already been out and about. She had already went, through, the venue and went over. And she was coming back to check on us. Love you, Cheryl. And Cheryl came to check on me. And then I got my second pint. And it was when I got the second pint of core with the electrolytes in it that I started to feel better. I hadn't done anything at that point, hadn't been, I didn't have the desire or the drive to get up and take pain pills. So I'm literally only feeling better because of the water. By the time I got to the second pint, that is when Tia forgot to drink water day one. I didn't have any at all. And so by the time I got to that second pint, that was when I remember telling Rochelle, don't hate me, because she kept saying, where's your pills? Where's your headache pills? So the bed was huge. It was so big. It was hard. I got this hip. It was hard to get up in the bed. So when I got up in the bed, I had to take everything with me. I had my purse. I had my iPad. I always had my iPad in the bed, but and I had my phone. And she was like, "Where? What luck? Which bag?" And I was like, "It's in my purse." She was like, "Where's that at?" I was like, "It's right here on the bed." It was right there on the bed beside me. I know I'm bad. It's Rochelle. So my purse with the pain medicine is in the purse on the bed right next to me. And Rochelle had to climb over and grab it because I just couldn't. I was that incapacitated. Whew, I don't want to feel like that ever again. If that's what you guys go through when you have migraines, I'm good. I don't ever give me Botox. And I've always said I don't think that I would take it, but I hear that people get them injections to get rid of their migraine. Give me Botox, I will take it. You've got to prehydrate instead of pre-game. I think that's a good call out. I really do. I definitely didn't prehydrate. And I mean, we were in the Croc store for over an hour, and I was in there hot and bothered. Oh, they took me. They had me doing steps. They had me, come on, get your steps in, get your steps in. That's Rochelle. Rochelle walked 200 miles a minute, and I'm trying to keep up with her. I don't know why. I don't even know where that just doesn't make good sense for me. Botox doesn't even work for me. Well, that doesn't help me. I drank water all day long. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Poor me, poor Berta. There was a couple other people, but we definitely were dehydrated. Once we started to get water in us, we did start to feel better. He had everything on that bed, iPad, purse, work. I did work. You see how I was working, Rochelle? I got to show you how to do it like that. You got to work. There's nothing wrong with bringing your devices to the retreat, but you got to be able to do it smartly. Got my earphones in, get logged into the work Zoom, and go on mute. Turn the camera off till they call you out. We want to see you on camera. No problem. Here I am. And then turn the camera back off. Pay attention. You got to do that by preparing. You got to be prepared in advance. So if they give you any study notes, anything you got to go over, read through it in advance. That was another reason why I kept going back to the room, because I would use that time from like 4:30, 5 o'clock to get ahead, and meetings were starting at 7. So keep in mind, going to bed between 3 and 4, getting up to prepare and reading material up to 2 hours in advance, and then logging in on time for the Zoom presentations and meetings. I didn't miss one. The first day I took a jog and said, nope, it's too hot, can't jog. Replace jogging with doubling up on drink. Oh, okay. Um, so um, I remember there was one point you couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I was hot stuff. I had my earphones in. I'm at the airport. We boarding the plane, and I get asked a question. I had to put my finger up, and one moment, the lady at the counter, one moment. Yes, let me go ahead and go over how negligence is going to work. I felt empowered. Answered the question, shut them up, put them back on mute, and then went right back on. Just as they were closing the door, couldn't have had better timing. Just as they were closing the door for the plane, is when our meeting ended. Oh my gosh, I was on task. Same thing happened Monday. I ended up going to meeting first thing. I had got ahead. I went 2 chapters because I knew it was going to be a crazy week coming back. I knew I was going to be, busy trying to unpack and just settle back in. So I was getting as far ahead as I could. I feel really accomplished. Like I got a lot done. Business wise, it's for my own, home based business. And then I got a lot done as far as, crafting and my Zen. Yeah, I feel accomplished. I had a great time. I wish that everybody could go to a retreat and leave feeling the way that I feel. So usually there's a lot of tears and things. It's because we're going to miss everyone and the camaraderie that we built up. This time I was worried about going home. Whenever we leave a retreat, I miss you guys so much. I miss the love. I miss the fun, the laughter. You know, I miss a lot. Yes, I did, Shawana. Before I left, Shawana really gave me just like a mini pep talk, about needing this time to get away, about hoping that while I'm at the retreat, it helps uplift me and things. And I really took that to heart. Thank you. I know that she reached out to Brian and Brian came and that was one of the reasons that first retreat before the retreat that he reached out and came and hung out. I think he really wanted to just kind of check on my spirit and check on, me, my mentality and things. And I appreciate you guys for coming together and making sure that, I felt surrounded by love. I definitely did. And it was amazing, amazing. Got to have my moment where I shared information and shared my heart and my thoughts and things, and then I got reception. A lot of people received the information and gave me valuable information in return. That was helpful, so helpful. But ultimately, I think, walked away just valuing myself again, valuing my time and what I do with it. We craft for a reason. We craft to kind of escape life. We craft to unwind. We craft for the zen and the passion of it. And sometimes we allow things to just kind of take us outside of that. And the unfortunate part is that happened, for me. So this definitely helped re-up and refresh, my mind. And that was something before the retreat even started that Shawana was saying. I really hope that you're able to go and have a good time and just forget about some of the things you're going through and just allow this time to just be fun. And it was. And then she didn't just stop there, like I said, when Brian came, Brian literally said, I've been talking to Shawana and she is worried, and so I'm here, I want to look out. And I thought that was very sweet. That was so sweet. So then I felt the love, and he was one of the last people I saw before I got on the plane, him and Sarah. So it definitely, helped. I felt, like I said, I felt loved. And I think everybody wants to feel that. We sit at home and we craft alone a lot of times. And when you already going through it and already feeling forlorn and abandoned, and how do you get outside of that? You come together with a community that thinks like you, that has the same passions as you, and they're able to help get you through because they probably have been there at a time or a point in their life as well. So I definitely appreciate it. This retreat was definitely that. It was a retreat, it was an oasis, it was a zen. um this one doesn't have any negative ticks except that doggone pathway, the uneven. I know you told us about it. It was just hard to see. I got this bum hip, but I don't think that that's going to stop anybody because all you got to do is get you some Crocs. Get you some Crocs, and that's not going to matter. And then, she also, let me tell you what she did. This was so smart. She gave us these lights in our bag, and we turned. You turn the light on, it lights up your pathway. So there's actually no excuse. Brian is awesome, caring, and authentic. You did warn us. You definitely did. Yes, Brian is amazing. He was so much fun. Boy, did we have fun. We spent a ton of money between me and Brian, Rochelle. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. But these cross stitch vendors, y'all ought to have our names on y'all heart. I found us some flashlights we can put on our croc. Ooh, that's what I need. I can't wait till my 3 new Crocs come in. We got to get you into some Crocs, Amanda. You're going to love it. Those were from me because of the first. Oh, I didn't want to mention names, but yes, Amanda was the one that was hurt and had broken ribs at the first retreat. So that was the significance when I was telling you that was my concern about the uneven pavement. That was the only concern. But I mean, we had these lights and we got to put them on our lanyard. And so once they were on the lanyard, they really did light up. Like I was walking off into the dark. Y'all know off to the right, that was pitch black over there. And we was walking off into, I remember Rochelle, she could see her path in front of her, but she couldn't see me. She was like, Tia, you back there? I'm back here. Like I could see her feet and everything, but it really did. Oh, that's right. We raised 1,100 for St. Jude. We had a cuss jar, and obviously you could donate, you could purchase things to support St. Jude, the cancer kids research. And I'm telling you, there was people who were donating. There were people who were putting in. I usually don't lose my mind at these events, but I did cuss a couple of times. And we had Miss Rochelle. She was throwing in some ducats, and at the end, when they counted, it still wasn't like it was still a little uneven. And her and Donna came together, and they wanted to round up, and they did. They came together, they rounded up, and they got it done. We had nice round numbers. We got over 1,000, and that was amazing to see. Yeah, that was amazing to see. Let's not forget St. Jude funds. That's right. That was amazing. And Marissa, when she got presented with the St. Jude money, she started crying. Mm, it was beautiful. So, and she cried really hard, like some snot bubbles was about to come out, but it was all in love. I wanted to hug her. It was 9:46, and they got us too. Yep, they did. They were like, we don't like. It was so cute. They were talking about it, and I could hear. I knew they was coming up with a plan. It was like, well, we don't like uneven numbers, and we want to take it over 1,000. So here's what we're gonna do, and they just made it happen. But we got some cussing to do. I'm playing. The crying was cute. It was definitely cute. Because it came from the heart. It came from the heart. It was a very touching moment. Everyone applause was loud. And there we go, because that's what it's about. We had fun. We got to adulting and cussing and having fun, but it was all for good measure because that extra went to the kids. It was good tears. Yes, it was. And there was no snot. It was a lot of tears though, but there was no bubble. I was adding that. That could have come next, though. Could have. But it was so much fun. I can't wait till next year. Hopefully, anybody out there in YouTube land, if you guys are seeing this and you guys hear how much fun it is, the food, the socializing, the crafting, checking out the vendors, definitely reach out. The Lone Star Retreat is hosted by Marissa. She has an awesome committee. The girls are so Tia, a bubble of snot. Yeah, she had a snot bubble. That was I was joking, but you can imagine. Like when we were kids. When we were kids and we were talking and we're breathing and she just comes out and we're like, oh look at that, mine's bigger than yours. And it's fun. As an adult, I think it would still be fun. Anyway, reach out directly to her. She has an amazing committee. What I loved that you did this year, you went around, you introduced the committee, and you also talked about what they chair. That's something that, we never knew about, like who chaired what. As far as I knew, you guys got together and you were like, all right, all in on five, oh, that was a good idea. Let's put that in the bunch too, and all in on six, so we didn't know. And now we know who chairs what, who it was so compartmentalized. It was a great idea. I loved it. I loved it. Loved knowing who handled what, whose ideas, came to fruition. Also, learned something new. Marissa is a whiz with the cricket. I'm just gonna say there was three people I knew that went to your cricket class, and they have business plans that are in the works. So one of these people gonna have to make me a t-shirt, put that little saying on there for me. But we do that. And she made the shirts theme. That's the other thing. The theme this year was like Southwestern meets Cinco de Mayo meets Coco. All I can say is best theme ever. Really liked it. It flowed so naturally into everything, including the venue. It literally, I feel it was the essence. It was fiesta themed. Yeah, fiesta themed. And everything just tied. Obviously, we had a lot of llamas, we had piñatas, we had the um the cactus. It was beautiful. The colors, everything flowed perfectly. I loved it. Almost my bedtime. Love you all. Nice to see you, Tia. Love you big time. Love you, Robert. Talk to you later. So, I don't know. The theme just flowed nicely. The decoration of the room, it really did flow nicely. Um, you guys did an excellent job. This was definitely one for the record books. I like it. Obviously, anxious to see what you have in store. You guys said you won't be disappointed. You guys said, wait, watch and see what we have in store. You came through. Not your average retreat. That is definitely true. That was definitely true. So you guys really came through. The other thing I like, I really do like that you guys embrace feedback. Obviously, every year you do a survey, and at the end of the survey, I feel like the next year, I feel that you are incorporating some of the things that I may have heard, in hustle and bustle. Um, you definitely did that with this one. I mean, you went all out, hit that out the park. Good luck next year, because I got to see how you improve upon excellent. That's going to be awesome. Good luck. Going to be a lot, but I'm looking forward to it because I'm pretty sure you will. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. Look what I'm doing. Other than that, everyone's going to bed. I've been on for 2 hours. I was just excited. This is the most excited, this is the most fun and most smiling that I've done in a long time. And so I really appreciate that you guys all come out. I know it's late where you guys are because it's like nine something here. And just having got back, I know it's like 11, it's 11:17 in hot ass Texas right now. Next year will be fun. Yes, next year will definitely be fun for you guys all. Just so you know, next year is the 5 year anniversary of the Lone Star Retreat. So I have not missed one. And I definitely, unless, knock on wood, I definitely will not be missing this one. I'm eager. Can't wait to find out. Think I think Care Bear and Brandy will be joining me. They're also going to be 5 years, the three of us. Besides the committee, Amanda and Marissa. So it's going to be real interesting to see how we all, kind of come together and things. Good to see you smiling again, Tia. Oh, thank you, Rochelle. Girl, I feel so much better. I really do. I feel like a release. And going to the retreat was like going up a mountain, and then when I get to the retreat, you know, I reach the pinnacle. And now, coming from the pinnacle, everything else is just easy peasy. All downhill from here. Oh, I should turn that into a song. Here we go. Melissa B. Yeah, Melissa B was at the first one also. Melissa, did y'all see Melissa? Rochelle and Melissa are crazy as heck. They had some sort of hip hop song, Chris Brown and I forget who the other person was singing the song. Melissa took Chris Brown's part and did his dance to a T. And Rochelle did the girl's part. I don't know where these two came up with this, but it was so cute. Y'all have got to expand on that. She did all his dances. Kudos to you, Melissa. She was popping her booty. Just a small handful, but we do have a group picture coming. Good. Tia, you are amazing, strong, resilient, caring, thoughtful, and the list goes on. And the list goes on. Yeah. Oh, just like that song, everlasting. They're going to shut my YouTube down. Oh, is that it? How we roll? Oh, Sierra and Chris Brown. Are you serious? Melissa and Rochelle did oh, so you were Sierra and she was Chris Brown. They were killing it. And I'm telling you, Melissa, she must have watched this video a million times. She was on it. She had Chris Brown's part, and I'm sitting there in shock. Y'all were cute. Y'all got to take that part and create something and then roll it back out next year's retreat. That would be cute. But yeah, that was that was so cute. And yes, I think she killed it. You guys look so cute doing your little thing. Those are the moments that I cherish. We're sitting there, we're laughing. Rochelle heard the song, and then Melissa, she knew it. She was, and they just came together, and they were playing it on the little tiny iPhone. I got one of them big phones. They were playing it, and the shock was, Rochelle's one of our dancers. You missed this? You missed it? Oh my gosh. Um, so obviously Rochelle's one of our dancers, so I could see her jumping up and she was like, yes, yes. The shock was that Melissa knew it, and Melissa jumps up and starts doing Chris Brown's part. And she had every role, everything. Melissa watched the video one time. Oh, are you serious? She caught the beat, and that's all you need, the beat. She's already gone to bed. Dang. Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully they'll be able to capture that. That was amazing to see, and I couldn't believe it. Melissa picks up really fast, and so she got it like that. Like, I always go to the line dance sessions, and after a while, we get it and stuff. But if she saw that video once, she blew it out the park because they looked so cute together. Um, that Rochelle can get anybody up and moving. So that was amazing. That was a fun part of the retreat, and hopefully, we'll be able to continue more fun like that. You guys got to make sure you all check come November, December when this stuff starts going out. You guys make sure that you are in the know. Start saving now. Start saving now. I'm gonna be honest. I have a crafting budget. My crafting budget is ridiculous. It's like $200. When I don't buy crafts, I don't save the money. They just go on something else. They really do. I'm pretty sure we all have something that we do that we blow money on. How often do we really need to go to the donut shop or something? How many times do we have pizza in a month? You know what I'm saying? Put it to the side. Get ready. Put it to the side and get ready. And then when you guys when the retreat info come out, I'm telling you, get out there. This one kicked it off. It's like the mother of all of them. And so because of that, we always want to see what mama gonna do. Mama coming home. Mama gonna, she gonna bring you in. She gonna make so just put the money to the side. For me, even when I didn't have a job at the first one, and that's how we all came together. In case you guys haven't heard the story, I didn't have a job, but everybody was helping me. Going back through, look at those. I had some offers that I kind of thumbed my nose at because they were small. They were small pickings and things like that. And I needed to stay within a certain range. And so the retreat goers helped me. That's why we're so close. That's why we're so close. I went back through, I'm getting advice from all the employed people, and they were telling me, you need to do this. Call this place. We have good connection. I remember I was going all over the place trying to have a connection so I can make these calls. We jumped on Billy. Billy had a laptop. We was terrorizing Billy and his laptop and things. But I will tell you, it worked out. I did secure the job I have now at that very first retreat. So, and had I not have gone, I might not have received like that valuable information I was receiving in person from people who were just sharing life experiences. I went and I was sharing my life experience and look where that, got me. So that's why these are important. Put the money to the side. I had a budget even though I had lost my job. It was because of the pandemic. They were laying people off left and right. And back then, unemployment, what is that? Like unemployment didn't kick in. I lost my job in August and I didn't get a call about unemployment till that following May and had been well employed at that point, thanks to having gone to the retreat. So, I say this to say, get out, socialize, meet people, share your life experiences, because you never know what life experiences are, going to be shared in return with you. It definitely has been enlightening, and I definitely want to see what I can do about keep going. Hopefully, you guys can also. But if I gotta stop buying over here to save for there you oh, that's even worse. $50 a month will get you there. We all blow that in a month. So put it towards an awesome retreat experience. Come out, have a good time, eat some great food, and get to know some awesome, amazing, beautiful, so many beautiful people. Oh my gosh. Have y'all met Rochelle? She's gorgeous. Yup. And there were some other people there that I just want to give some love to and shout out to them. You guys heard me talk about my new bestie. Her name is Cheryl Gerhardt. Um, Cheryl became my new bestie last year at the retreat, but I didn't give her a better name. She's still new bestie, like she just got met yesterday. My sister Tima was there, and my brother J. Paul, he was there also. We had fun, laughing, joking. Berta come in from Alaska. She too got hit hard with dehydration, just like me. So hopefully, she's recouping and recovering really well. But I know she was trying to load up on some electrolytes and things also. Love you, Berta. Got to hang out with Brandy. Brandy is someone who came here to Vegas, hung out. We got to meet up and things, had us a little mini vacation actually. So we had a great time, seeing the strip going. We actually, what movie was it? We saw a new release while they were here. That was a lot of fun and things. Don't let life stop when you come visit. Let's just jump on the Vegas train and enjoy. And then we did end up dining out at a restaurant as well here and just taking in the scene. So those are experiences that I value and I cherish because I met them at a retreat. Care Bear, you guys have known I have a show in February called Love Is in the Air. And although I've known her behind the scenes as well as her husband, they guest starred last year as one of my featured couples, and I had a ball, total ball. But again, met just before the pandemic, going into the retreat. Got to talk to them a few times. We would all Zoom up and things. And so now, it's just becoming a way of life to be able to meet new people and share life and share experiences and things. So hopefully we'll get to keep going. I'm so glad y'all have fun. It has been amazing. experience seeing the first one to this past one. Each year has only gotten better and better. I agree. I definitely agree. So much fun. Thank you, Tia, for the recap. The retreat is well worth the expense. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Obviously, you guys, I read to you the message that I got from Karen. She was new. She was a newbie. And one of the things I remember me and Rochelle saying is, I just hope as a newbie that she feels included, that she feels, like the same amount of love we're feeling with each other that she feels. And so that's why I read her message to you guys because, exactly what she was saying in the message is what we hoped that she was feeling and things. You don't have to worry about when you come out, we're going to all embrace you, we're going to all love you, and you're going to have a ball. Um, Donna is someone that drove very, very far. She had a 17-hour drive. Donna, when people come, there's always going to be, someone that you feel is kind of reserved and that is kind of shy, and then you want to, kind of reach out. I pressed just a tiny bit because Donna, she's nowhere near as shy as I thought, but I'll press, just to try and see if I can get you to come out of your shell. And I want you to feel included. And I pressed. I have witnesses that I didn't press hard. I simply pressed with, oh, come on. And she was, okay, well, here you go. And had an amazing conversation. And that is something that I don't want to miss out on. The conversations, the secrets, all the juicy details that come from creating friendships. Yes, come on out. I'm pretty sure you guys just cannot imagine how much fun that is. So, with that said, uh, I before I slip up and tell somebody's juicy secrets, I told a few of my own, and I had people laughing. A lot of people hadn't heard about the bullet story, so in sharing, one person remembered and said, "Tell the story, tell the story." And so, in telling the story, it was juicy and inviting to other people. But if you know the McDonald's story, then other people asked about the Taco Bell story. So I definitely have some crazy stories surrounding food. It didn't, obviously this wasn't my story, but it didn't stop. Other people had food stories too. So just make sure you guys are coming out, having fun. And thank you for giving me a forum to where I could share with you guys. I had so much fun. So much fun. And I hope to see all of you guys again. Remember, I live in Las Vegas now because I used to live outside of Vegas. But if you guys are coming to town, keep me in mind. I would love to be able to come hang out, visit with you. Are you the retreat ambassador? Huh? Um, the retreat ambassador? I don't think so. I think I am the retreat arriver. That's where you get the invite and you simply arrive. I'm here. Here I am. What's up? What kind of fun we having today? You know, that's the fun. Makes my heart happy to know how much fun y'all had, how loved you felt, and how much you want others to have the same. Man, if everybody could feel the way that I feel, I think there would be a lot of healed hearts. I really do. There's a lot of you who knew, coming in what I was going through mentally and things and what's been on my plate. And like I said, there was some concerns. Shawana, Brian, Rochelle, Tima, a lot of them, they know me and they knew automatically, that I was coming in already with like heavy heart, heavy emotions. I can imagine people were wondering, I wonder, how she's gonna be. And means you're the spokesperson for a great retreat. Oh, I didn't know that. I think I am a spokesperson for a great retreat. Yeah, just before the retreat and then now. Read the messenger. Okay. I I would have been worried, like, oh, she gonna bum us out, or oh, you know, and I didn't want to ruin people's experience and stuff. And I'm just glad that it went a whole different way. Like everybody was, concerned, and through their concern, well, let's just laugh. Well, let's just have a good time. Well, what you working on? What were you thinking? Oh, I think she needs this moment. There were times where, like Rochelle would say, I think you need this moment to, kind of get that out. A couple times when Tima said, go ahead, share, get it out. And then when the moment was over and I got to, pass, then it was laughing, and fun and stuff. So, and then we had, some of the same things. So we left with a good attitude for the retreat in spite of it all, because I was looking forward to it. Oh man, that's all I had to look forward to. All during the move. You ever seen them biblical movies where they got the this is horrible, this is horrible. Don't, please don't. I don't mean that I'm putting my, but I'm just talking about the burden where you crawl with that big old heavy pole, and the burden that is because you got to carry your own pole, and then you got to get up on it. I'm just saying the burden of the heavy pole, and then to come, and at the end when you get there, the pole is burned or something like that. It's not something that you have to worry about anymore. That's what I went away with. I was never worried, and it never crossed my mind that you wouldn't have a great time. You always see the blessings that are in front of you. Oh, I do try to. I try to. That way you can, you can overcome things a little bit easier. That's why I hope so. Say amen. Oh, look at that. It was good. I like that. So yeah, that's what I felt like, So the symbolism behind that is the retreat, was the fire that burned the pole. So I didn't have to worry about that burden anymore. I don't know why. I don't know. I really think sometimes that people just need an allegory like that to where they can really feel like, you know, this is trivial and you can now get over it. Look what you left behind. That pole is no longer a burden, it's burnt. And the retreat now allows you to go exhale. And after you exhale, all the fun, all the laugh. Oh my God, did we laugh? Did we laugh? You ever laugh so hard you wake up the next day and your stomach muscles are sore because you laughed? That was definitely us. I mean, we chuckled, we laughed between Donna, between Jerry and Rochelle, us talking about going fishing. Rochelle is not going fishing. I just know. And Tima's gonna be right behind her. They're gonna be in a hotel somewhere. Everybody else was down for going camping, going fishing, getting a fishing boat, except them two. So the things they said they would be doing in the interim, shopping, they going glamazon or something. Retreat means to take a step back and take a break. Well, then that's apropos and that's very ideal because I feel like that's exactly what happened. I got there, I got to relax, relate, release, um, for, all intents and purposes. And again, I walked away. There's a lot of times where people, that's what they've done. They've gone off to retreats and things, Hollywood stars. Oh, I'm going to take a sabbatical, and they're off somewhere in some Zenfo retreat. That's exactly what this was. It's just, it was so many people. Oh, no, thank you. I watched. Oh, that's right. Rochelle did say she would wash the dishes. Tima didn't sign up to do any of that. She didn't want to clean. She didn't want to cut. They don't want to cut the fish. They don't even want a pole. I don't even think I can get them to hold a pole and fish. So we'll see. But everyone else was kind of down. We was, obviously me and Cheryl, that's why she's new bestie. We think so much alike. So me and Cheryl, we're okay. We're gonna go fishing, we're gonna leave Jerry in the middle. He gonna check on the queens. and make sure they're okay. But he'll be our backup and help, fish and things. Oh, anyway, great plans, great retreat. I can't wait. I'm glad that anybody who had an opportunity to come out, to watch the show tonight, you guys got a chance to just have a glimpse of how much fun they can be, of the camaraderie that we build, some of the things that we do while we're there. So much fun. Delicious food. If I have, y'all know I always got to give one, feedback. If I could, I would say, and I'm sure Marissa hear this a lot because we say it a lot. One more day, unfortunately. She did give us one more day though. But um like I would say, like we had the retreat before the retreat starting Thursday, and then we were there until Monday. That was great. Maybe officially starting the retreat on a Wednesday and ending on a Monday. Or I don't know, Thursday, maybe. You're gonna always hear one more day, and when it's a good one, you're gonna always hear one more day. That's basically my takeaway. One more day. Food was excellent. Desserts, oh my god, I just could go back. I remember everyone saying, I'm going, who went and got us a bowl of cookies? Everyone was like, I'll take one, or I'll take two, you could bring me three. And they was like, I'm just gonna bring a bowl. They were the lifesaver. um the cookies were homemade. They were soft, they were big, and they had big giant chunks of chocolate in them. The cake, huge, like 3-layer cakes. When you slice into it, big giant piece of cake. Chocolate. It was a chocolate, sweet chocolate cake. Was so delicious. Sorry. And then we had lemon bars. The snacks in the afternoon. We had muffins and buns and apples. I'm sorry, bananas. I didn't see an apple. Um, they kept us with, there's no reason why I should have been dehydrated because we had cold, ice cold water at our behest, and they kept it filled, and they kept lemonade also. Yummy, yummy. And when I came, I brought my own packets of peach tea, so I would have, variety. I also had packets of Gatorade. They were still sitting on my counter when I got home. I forgot to put it in. It was only a plate of cookies, not a bowl. It felt like a big bowl of cookies. It felt like a big bowl. But we ate that whole plate. I don't remember there being any left. Uh, uh, initial, thanks for sharing. It was fun to hear your joy. Initially, was the cruise, which is a week. The cruise. Oh, I remember you saying something about that. Yeah. Well, you got to come to a retreat, Cheryl. You got to come to a retreat and let it be on solid ground. That way, we don't feel like we sailing out into the middle of nowhere and we get stuck on that. We did eat the whole thing. It was good. It was so good. So, yeah, with that said, I'm gonna go because I could talk all night. I'm having a good time. Again, I'm back in a very good headspace. Had some of me. I went back to work today. I went to work yesterday. It was hilarious because I forgot I was off till today. I don't know how you do that. Who forgets that they still on vacation? I logged in and they was like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hi," and they were like, What's going on?" And I was like, "Nothing. What's everybody been up to?" And it was like, "We working. What are you doing?" Like that. Why am I here if I'm not working? And I was like, "Working." And they were like, "Tia, you're on vacation still." And I go and check. Sure enough, I didn't realize it. I had taken vacation until today. Well, I don't know why. I should have just added the rest of the days to it. I wasn't even thinking. I got a ton of vacation. A ton. That's the hard part. I got to figure out. I took a lot of days in June. I needed it. I was hiding out because they was laying off people. And so I still have a lot of days though. That's the problem. A lot of days, and I definitely believe because they hiring again. So I definitely believe that you know those layoffs are further and further away. But I mean, I think they use that time to kind of weed through like people with poor habits and things like that also. So that's good to know. Yeah, but I still have I have 8 weeks right now, but I get awarded vacation every month on the first. So I have, oh my God, I got like 3 days coming, October, November, and December. That's the problem. Yep. And we can't take more than, I believe it's 6 weeks into the new year with us. So gotta find something to do the rest of the year. Oh, maybe I will have some crafting fun. All right. Maybe after this Zoom, if you guys stayed the whole time, you can go back and you can comment on what you think I should plan for the rest of the year. I'm needing probably to get rid of about 2.5 weeks of vacation time. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's what, 12, 13 days. Hmm. Help out. Make sure you guys reply. Everyone is saying bye. Night all. I'm so happy that it really helped you be in a better place. It definitely did. Thank you. Awesome planning. That's what it did. Sounds like a crafting day. I definitely am thinking it. The Lone Star Retreat was a memorable experience. Thank you, Marissa. Come to Florida. Maybe doing that. That sounds fun, Cheryl. As long as there's no hurricane. I moved in a hurricane. I don't want to enjoy that again. Take off. Everyone's saying that. Everyone, my boss suggested that. Why don't you just take off every Friday through the end of the year? That doesn't sound fun. It sounds like when I come back, I'm gonna have a lot of work on Monday. Okay, I'm gonna go. Love you guys. Look at me smiling and laughing. I feel like a kid.